Welcome to MindTap Sociology. I'm going to show you guys how to make use of the data in the analyze activity. So just as a refresher, the analyze activity is a polling activity that gets students to challenge their basic assumptions about situations. So usually you're presented with a scenario or two different photos, and then students answer questions about their bias. So which individual is more likely to become a doctor? And I'm not really paying attention to this, so don't judge me too harshly. Which one does household chores? And so on and so forth. So I answer these questions. Every student would be different, and it can provide some really interesting data. So you might be wondering, how do I actually make use of that data in my class? So what you do is once you finish the self-assessment, you get to this results tab. And if I was a student in a class doing this polling activity for class tomorrow, I would actually be able to see some of these things. But since this was already due and I'm not really in a real class right now, it's hard for me to see. For you as an instructor, the easiest way to go into finding that information is to go to the progress tab over here. And I would recommend doing this before class starts so you're not jeopardizing people seeing each other's grades. You know how that goes. So I find and analyze activity. I didn't even say this, but I expanded my grades once I opened the progress tab. And then I go to one of the analyze activities that I have assigned. You can see the grades here. I can click on any of these. And after I do that, there's this option of view. So I can view the attempt. And at this point, just for the safety of my students, I'm going to close this portion of the tab. And then you have your pictures right here. You could take a screenshot of those if you want to have them over on the side or something. And then you have your results tab. And so this is where you can see what all the other students are saying. And you can see what other sections are doing, what other instructors at your school are doing, what people overall at your institutions are saying, and then everyone who has taken this activity on MindTap. So it's really interesting information to get, and I think that it could provide some really good class discussions. You could just focus on one of these. Which individual is more likely to be a chef? It's probably not the one I would choose, but let's say that's what you really want to talk about. You could maybe have some really fascinating results. You could pull that up, have the pictures right there in a screenshot, and talk about this. I hope that's super helpful and have fun using this activity. Thanks.